it surely is incumbent on every politician in Northern Ireland, of every stripe, to get out there and make sure that nobody is forcing children onto the front line, because it is likely, as was said, that this is just a hiatus.
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't think you'll find anyone in Northern Ireland of any reasonable mind whatsoever on the political side suggesting that it's right or proper for
people aren't listening to. But sorry to interrupt you on that. But just, I think that the problem is, isn't it, that people on the streets aren't listening to the politicians?
Well, yes. If they were listening to the politicians, they wouldn't be out rioting. Some of them are very young, under malevolent influence. Clearly, there are other factors as well. The current COVID restrictions aren't helping with the shutdown of recreational facilities, schools, youth services, etc. But the simmering tensions that underlie all of this have been rightly pointed up in your report, which is the issues to do with the protocol, the failure to prosecute leading Republicans over the IRA funeral in which thousands were brought out onto the streets. All of these have contributed greatly. There's no one single cause, but we are all united in saying that this violence shouldn't be happening and there's no excuse for it, and there can be no justification for it.
You heard the comment there in the film as well, that young people in Northern Ireland, in loyalist communities, are concerned about the very real prospect, or possible prospect, I should say, of United Ireland. Do you think that really is figuring at the moment?
Well, I think that what is very, very concerning is that people look at the situation when the Belfast Agreement was signed and then the subsequent agreement, the Standards Agreement and so on, and felt that a fair settlement had been reached, which could provide the basis for stability and good government going forward. But that balance has been upset. The East-West arrangements between Northern Ireland and the rest of the United Kingdom have been interfered with. There are restrictions. There's laws now being made for Northern Ireland over which nobody at Stormont, in Belfast or at Westminster has any say. In the modern world, in the Western democracies of the world, to have a situation like that is unsustainable and untenable. And instead, the priority was given to North-South arrangements. So what we have to restore is the balance of the agreements. And at the moment, Unionists rightly see the balance as being needing to be reset. And that's a job that has to be done. It's not a job that can be done just by parties at Stormont, because the protocol is an international agreement.
And do you welcome the meeting between Simon Coveney? Sorry, do you welcome the meeting between Simon Coveney and Brandon Lewis, which we understand is taking place in the coming days?
Well, I understand that the Secretary of State and the British government meet with the Irish government and the Foreign Minister regularly. But remember, these issues to do with the violence and all the rest are a matter for the PSNI and the Northern Ireland Executive. These are strand one issues.
But if they threaten the Good Friday Agreement, given that the Republic and the North are co-guarantors, then surely the Republic has got skin in the game.
Well, they certainly have a contribution to make in terms of the protocol, because one remembers Leo Varadkar, when he was Prime Minister, going to Brussels and waving about pictures of customs posts being burnt to the ground in Northern Ireland, and using that as an argument that there would be violence if there wasn't a solution which involved checks between Northern Ireland and Britain as opposed to between Northern Ireland and the Republic. We don't want checks anywhere. But the Irish Republic's language and their attitude has got to improve on these issues.